Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Jkun Presents. So I gotta admit, I used to be a rather heavy smoker, and since y'all have already seen me do one e-cigarette review, while sitting here working on footage for one of my upcoming videos, I keep handing over to this thing right here, so I figured I'd go ahead and do a review for it. Today I'm gonna do a review of the Provari variable voltage electronic cigarette. Now, the Provari is considered to be like the best of the best in the e-cigarette world. I'm inclined to agree a little bit, but there are some different things out there that are just as good. It's certainly one of the most expensive ones out there. My stepdad actually gave this to me as a birthday present. Provaris tend to run around the price range of about $160. And well, I do believe that's a little overpriced. You're definitely getting your money's worth. Now, the Provari, why it's called Vari or Vari, either one, is because it's a variable voltage device. So you can take it anywhere from 3.7 volts all the way up to 6 volts, which, ask any person that actively uses an e-cigarette, 6 volts is a lot. Now, what the voltage does is how quickly it heats up the atomizer in order to get optimal vapor for the device. Now, I'll go ahead and give you a demo puff here, so y'all can see the type of vapor output. This would be currently rocking at about 5 volts, and what we have on top here is a cartomizer tank. I've actually gotten really into using those, so here we go. As you can see, a very good vapor output. Now, the Provari here has a few different settings. One of the big settings that I really like about this device, unlike other devices, is the fact that you can turn this one off. As you can see, it has that raised up button from the other devices. A lot of my other devices kind of have a more concave button, so if it's rattling around in my pocket, it's not going to get hurt, or it's not going to go off when I don't want it to. This, I would have a different problem with, because it's up so far. It could hit the side of my leg, or it could get brushed up against the wall and just accidentally set it off. So you have this LED display right here, where if you click 5 times, you can change the voltage of the device. Or if you want to drop the voltage down, you can click 2 more times after the 5, and it goes to a power down stage, where you can take the voltage down instead of bringing it up. Everything is pretty much, you control everything through this button right here, which is not a bad thing. It's just when you're sitting there just clicking away at it, you can tend to forget which setting that you're trying to go to. But if you click it 9 times, it goes to a PO state, where you can actually turn the device on or off. Now, 2 different types of batteries can run this thing. You can get the standard battery, which I believe is an 18490. I mean, it's kind of small considering some of the other high-powered batteries out there. And it'll run a constant voltage for a good 6-7 hours before you have to recharge it. So that's actually not that bad, when most tube mods will only give you about 3-4 hours at best. Or you can get an extender cap, which would be this right here. Just makes it a little bit bigger, so you can actually house an 18650. Now, the 18650s, I'm still generally new to mods, but from what I keep seeing, the 18650s are one of the highest powered batteries out there. So I went ahead and got the extender cap when the order was placed, and then 2 extra 18650s. That way, if I just happen to be out and about and I only have this one with me, I'm pretty much set for 2 days. I've yet to have an 18650 go less than a day on me, so that's actually a really good thing. And now it also has on this LED display, if you click it a few more times after the power off status, you can actually check your battery life. That way, you can kind of determine how long each battery will last you. And even if you don't know how to read the batteries, it's not the end of the world. The device itself, from the button, will actually start flashing when the battery is about to die. When that button starts flashing, you probably got about an hour to 45 minutes left in your battery before it's going to completely die out on you. But, like I said, I've yet to really have one die on me in an inopportune time. It's usually been into the wee hours of the morning, and then it starts flashing. And, of course, I have the charger right there, so it's really not that big of a deal. Now, the entire unit is encased in metal. Now, there's another variable voltage device out there that people are raving about right now that's called the lava tube. It's essentially doing the same thing that the Provari does. It's a cheaper price, and I believe, other than the ends, the entire unit's encased in plastic. While that's not a bad thing, it's certainly more cost effective. I like the weight and the durability of the Provari here. I've actually dropped it a few times and was actually scared to death I had broken it, but this thing's been through some decent punishment so far, and it's been okay. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't regulate things for you. The device actually comes with like a 10 or 12 page booklet of things you can and can't do with it. This cartomizer I have on right now is a dual coil, I think it's a 3.2 ohm. No, I'm sorry, it's dual coil, so it currently runs at 1.5. But having two coils instead of one actually boosts it up to 3.7. You got to be very careful about what you put on this thing. There are certain cartomizers that won't work at a certain voltage, and the device will actually error out and give you a code right here on the LED display telling you what it is. And you can only find it on the website about what these error messages actually mean. So if you have it up at a certain voltage and then you put like a standard atomizer on it that's not built for that type of voltage, it's actually going to send that error code, and then it's going to stop working. And then it's really up to you to fiddle with the voltage or just change the atomizer or cartomizer you have on it to begin with and figure out what was the problem. I've actually had this happen to me a few times. And the lava tube, when I actually get my hands on it, I'll do a first-hand demonstration of that. The lava tube actually does one thing that the Provari doesn't, and that's it'll auto-regulate for you. So if you have a single coil cartomizer, I know most of y'all don't really understand what that means, but a cartomizer or an atomizer that's not built for 5 volts or 6 volts or something like that, the lava tube will actually turn the voltage down automatically based on what's screwed into it. The Provari won't do that. But the lava tube came out after the Provari. The Provari's been out for a while, so I'm pretty sure the people that made the lava tube had time to learn from that mistake. They're both fantastic devices, and I'm certainly not displeased with this product. It's probably the one that I use the most out of my collection. So if you definitely got that kind of money and you don't mind being a little extravagant with it, I definitely recommend picking up one of the Provaris. It was definitely a must-have for my collection, and I'm certainly happy I got it. So that'll wrap things up for today. Stay tuned. I should have another video coming out in a couple days. Thanks for watching. I know I'll be strong, yeah. Even it's